Water, odorless and colorless in its pure form. It is the main fundamental of the Earth's hydrosphere and fluids of all living organisms. Plant life is dependent on water for its growth and subsequently its provision of nutrients to human and animal life. Water is the essence of life. Zambia is gifted with abundant water in form of streams, rivers, lakes and underground flows. This natural endowment, however, has not been fully utilized. It is for this and many other reasons that the Zambian government embarked on a massive project to harvest and direct water into dams for irrigation and other uses. The concept to harvest water for irrigation was originally initiated as a result of a prolonged drought that hit Zambia in 2002.
This project came on board, I think, way back as early as 2002. It was basically an initiative that was initiated under His Excellency Levy Patrick Mwanawasa the late. I think you remember quite well, as a country we were hit with drought. The then government brought in the issue of growing winter maize just to sustain the livelihoods of our people.
It was dry land when we started here. We had one small weir on the Momboshi River. Government and the World Bank got this dam built for us. It was finished in 2019.
This undertaking, also a pilot project called the Irrigation Development Support Project, has been funded by the World Bank, the government of the Republic of Zambia, through the Ministry of Agriculture and the private sector, to a total of $202 million. From its inception in November 2011 to date, the Irrigation Development Support Project, or IDSP, has been effectively implemented in 3 selected localities of the country, namely Lusitu, Muomboshi and Musakashi in southern, central and Copperbelt provinces respectively. The IDSP in Muomboshi at Chisamba district, being close to completion, demonstrates economic and social change, not only for the local community, but of great value to the country. Apart from providing water for irrigation, the IDSP has been a life-changing project. Chisamba, bordered by a number of districts, became a district in 2013 with a population close to 300,000 inhabitants, whose main activities is crop farming and animal rearing for small-scale, medium and commercial farmers. Being an agricultural district, an area was located at Momboshi in Chisamba, fittingly to create one of the biggest irrigation dams in the country.
Government, through IDSP, I think started way back in 2006, looking around for places that were ideal for construction of dams. Fortunately, as Chisamba, I think starting 2011, the dream was actualized. An area was identified on Momboshi River where a huge dam was constructed. One of the biggest irrigation dams that we have around in Zambia. Through IDSP, we realized a huge dam meant to provide water to the small-scale farmers and those emerging and even commercial farmers for purposes of irrigation.
Within the period of its existence, positive results are being experienced in the area, with improved income for farmers who will now be able to work their agriculture throughout the year.
So the dam has actually come to mitigate the effects of climate change. Even when we have no rains, at least there's a dam from which they can draw water to irrigate their crops.
That has pushed up all our irrigation, all of us now in this whole area and across on the North Bank. It's a huge benefit for the Momboshi community, this dam.
Before the IDSP, however, among the several problems experienced by the community included long distances for school-going children, poor housing and school infrastructure, lack of roads and electricity.
Kumataliro waganyina ijagaliko twajisi ibuyumuyo mubwagaliko ikuti ijindi inhula nati ya wagapo twakali kuba mapenzi ayo akuti ijindi jose twakali kuba aji umayuma. Alimwi kumulonga imenda kuhambana kuyuminina. Iya kunga ibantu bakali kujana ikubusena bakuti balime magarden bakali bashonto.
Before the IDSB project, we had the people coming from as far as 10 kilometers coming to this school. Many people were dropping out, especially girls.
Situation the way it was in the past before the coming of this structures like this one under the IDSP, the people who are here, they were going to Chavusha Primary School, which is on the other side of the reservoir. The people here, they were traveling, covering a number of kilometers to go to Chavusha Primary School.
So we used to have high level of absenteeism, even dropouts, early marriages.
The Irrigation Development Support Project conveyed a turnaround to most of these challenges and brought about benefits to the community that included change in decent accommodation, roads, school, police and health infrastructure.
Wani kwaganyina malaiti pati suno kuli malaiti ali mu mujisi anjira ayo ngotubona kuti kumbere tuyakuba amalaiti atikanjire mukati mumenda. Ijabiri titwagisima roads kwali kupenga ijindi notu yakuyotanta kuma road nokuba kutwala zishango yesu ku market pati suno kuli roads maboto akutira kwenda kaboto iji mbija biri mmonya mwite eja tatinga ndakanana twagisibuyo umwe mu gwamenda lino jino jindira project menda turegisimanje manje jakunga imunta muntu urigisi ibusena bwakwe mpako yakutirayira imenda galiko twabajo olo tubatu yakira ikliniki eyo irangirwa kumana kuti yata yakupereka mu January obo mbubo tumbutwa jana kuzwa project ni yabola.
People are doing a lot of activities like weekends. We see a lot of people are cruising the boats, they are enjoying themselves. Others are fishing, the competition, they do a competition of fishing. So those are the benefits that we are seeing. We are even eating the fish from the dam. It has cut on only the number of dropouts in terms of pupils that were dropping out because of covering long distances when coming to school.
Everything has improved. As you can see, the structure itself, very beautiful, very modern. There's also an ablution block just behind this building. We also have running water. At least the level of attendance is very good. Even the level of dropout has also reduced.
We are able even to buy materials in the houses. Because all the houses, we had a lot of termites. The floors were not done properly. The walls were not done properly, but now they use these concrete blocks which are very strong and durable.
Here we are full of teachers, we are learning all the subjects and I'm happy with that, and the distance is short from my place to here.
I'm happy with this school. We are learning well and we have many teachers.
Government, I think, constructed, they put up about 16 to 24 water points, the boreholes. Other than them having been coming from the background of drinking from the river where the water is not safe and whatever, now we are getting water straight from the boreholes. If you go there, we put up the road network that is at least up to the standard. Having put up the proper road network has added value, and also, other than that, from Momboshi to Chief to Liteta, we are putting up culverts. You know, that area is mostly waterlogged, and because of the backplash of the dam, we've seen a lot of houses being submerged, and now we've made culverts so we can channel the water and it doesn't have to compromise with the farmsteads of our people.
Esther Leshinga, one of the 30,000 teachers employed recently by government under the New Dawn administration, shares her experience of settling at Momboshi despite all the myths and misconceptions.
We are about 6 that came to Chavusha Primary. Most of us, before we even reported, because we knew that we were coming to rural areas, we were extremely depressed because we thought where we're going, it's just hell. What we hear outside there is not what is happening in the schools that we are going to. Most of the people were scaring us to say, no, where you're going, you'll find witchcraft, you'll find a lot of things that they were saying. But when we came here and the reception that we got and the accommodation that we found, everything was different from what we expected. We just thought we were going to be living in the bush, sleeping outside, or maybe in tents or something like that. And our stay here has been very nice. The people are very welcoming and we found nice accommodation.
Construction of 230 houses for Momboshi residents. supply of electricity, construction of a school, police and health amenities are among the many benefits brought about by the IDSP in Chisamba district through the Ministry of Agriculture in Zambia. The project also generated other opportunities for the locals and visitors to the new Chisamba district that may include tourism.
A shortage in that, so it's done a lot of good for the farm, you know, for the water, the extra water, and the guaranteed water, you know, hopefully.
Mububotu mbotu ya kujana na mbotu jana mbuli ba community ninsu zilimu mulonga omu. Hinsu hotu jaya ihagunga hinsu hilatwetera bubotu igwinda mugati mukusambalansu ku bantu bayanda ihajisho ikutuyowe gwina beso anto omwe agulia.
We've got tier 3, tier 4 where commercial farmers are drawing water. It's at a fee. They're paying to government, and local authorities will take advantage of having these revenues. If government can just identify more sites in Zambia, because if you go like to Swaziland and many other SADC countries, the governments are investing on a technology to harvest water.
The dam has actually seen an improvement in the activities of the farmers that are around there, improving their incomes, improving their social status. So we are very grateful to government that that dam was constructed in Chisamba district.
Projects of this nature bring benefits not only to the people of this particular area, but to the country in general. It is therefore important that citizens support such national projects and guard such infrastructure jealously.
Priority now is to look after this dam. Without water, you can't do anything. If we see how we struggled before we had the water here, we must now look after this and protect it.
Ni project iyerede kwamba kuti mukukula yabantu kwamba kuti abajatirire batire hansi pepe ikutegwa kuti ibantu banji baye hiyo kababola ikubona buboto mboto jisi kuno ku project kutegwa kuti obuboto abamwe benzuma bali kuma project amwe aya kuba kumbere bakajiko heko hoyi yakuhoja na buboto obumboto wajana.
We need to have policy guidance on irrigation. Secondly, we should put more sites just to make sure in case we fall prey to this climate change that has just come.
I wish to request that the farmers guard that infrastructure jealously. It's there to benefit them, and for it to continue to be giving them water that they need for crop farming and also for animals and even fishing, they have to take care of the dam.
What remains now is to see how farmers in Chisamba will utilize this gem at Momboshi to boost their agricultural production, now that they can farm and be productive throughout the year.
Momboshi Dam also offers an opportunity for people to come through and see the huge investment that government did in that area. We are encouraging people, those that may want to come and invest in tourism activities, to come through. That will help the district a lot. We want to turn Chisamba into a district that will start attracting tourists at Momboshi Dam.